Alright guys, back to another video. We're doing 3.3.12. This is installing the memory. This one should be pretty easy, for me at least, not to brag. So we're going to open up the lab, and scenario says, you work at a computer repair store. You're building a computer using spare parts. In this lab, your task is to install a DDR4 memory module in the computer. If you reviewed the videos or the other lessons on what DDR or on memory or RAM, you would know DDR4 is a standard rate of speed for a RAM stick. And it says examine the motherboard. So we're going to go ahead and click on the motherboard and locate the 4 memory slots near the upper right corner. It should be over here. If necessary, zoom in or check the motherboard specification to identify the memory slots. I'm just going to go ahead and click on the motherboard. That is this whole highlighted thing right here. There's parts on it, so just be careful not to click on it. Let me see. I think, this cable, don't click on that stuff either, these cables. But just try and find like a blank space. You should see it says motherboard. So I'm just going to hit specifications like we have before. And we know the RAM slots are on 5 from previous videos. It's up here, upper right corner of the motherboard. Typically, motherboards are laid out like this. So it says DDR4 DIMM slots. I know they're up here. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. Zoom out here. And we are going to install a single memory module in the motherboard. So we'll go to the shelf. This is a virtual shelf with, I guess, new parts. We have a stick of RAM here. We're just going to drag it over into those slots. We're not going to use the picture, right? We're going to use the very tip of the cursor. See how my cursor, when it hovers over the RAM slot, it turns blue. That means it's ready to accept if it's the right spot. All right, but if I try and use the picture to install it, well, it doesn't work quite well. All right, and that should be it. Gonna go ahead and score it. There we go. One thing I want to point out is you install the RAM. If you are one of my A+ students, you want to, I'm going to do that again just to show y'all. A+ doesn't mean grades. It means it's a CompTIA certification. If you install RAM, you typically want to do it in the leftmost socket. It doesn't matter too much, but the space from the RAM to the CPU does matter a little bit, and it doesn't hurt anything, right? So just make sure that you do it this way, right? Even though this is a few 5 millimeters of space to install it from here to here, it does make a difference. And if you are an A+ student, you should know that, because if you install it over here, it looks silly to IT professionals, right? It's like a very, very tiny benefit, but for absolutely no cost. Yeah.